Welcome to The Explainer. You know, we usually treat money like it's just, well, paper or numbers on a screen. But what if I told you it's actually a game? And like any game, it has a very specific set of rules. If you've ever felt like the rules of wealth are totally hidden from you or that getting ahead is just pure luck, well, you're absolutely not alone. It's a really common feeling. But today, we're going to flip the script. We are uncovering those rules together, mastering the foundations of financial confidence, and figuring out exactly how this game is played.
Here's a stat that is just absolutely mind-blowing. 70%, yes, 70, of lottery winners go completely bankrupt in just a few short years. I mean, think about that for a second. Someone is handed millions of dollars, enough to theoretically last several lifetimes, and within a decade, it is entirely gone. Poof. This proves a vital point right off the bat. Wealth requires knowledge, not just cash. When people suddenly come into money without the underlying skills to manage it, they get overwhelmed. They don't know the rules of the game. And because of that, even millions of dollars will just slip right through their fingers.
Now, what's really interesting here is the crucial distinction we need to make between two concepts. Most people spend their entire lives endlessly chasing this idea of financial freedom. But here's the catch. That relies almost entirely on the amount of money you currently have sitting in a bank account. It's fragile, right? Because it depends on a specific number. We want to aim way higher than that. We're going after financial confidence. This is your acumen. It's your raw, inherent ability to generate money from scratch, no matter your starting balance. If you were stripped of absolutely everything tomorrow, financial confidence is the internal skill set that ensures you could build it all right back up again.
Which brings us to a bit of a tough but totally necessary question. Are you a Peter? Let me tell you about Peter. He represents the 90% of the population out there that remains completely financially ignorant. And you know what the genuinely crazy part about this is? They stay in the dark despite having world-class, free information literally at their fingertips. A simple Google search, a quick trip to the library, and it's all right there. The info is everywhere. But Peter, just like so many others, just isn't taking advantage of it.
Let's say Peter gets his post-tax monthly paycheck of $1,700. Instead of taking a portion of that to invest, save, or actively build his financial confidence, what does he do? He immediately blows it on useless liabilities. He buys, say, an expensive new setup for barbecues with his buddies. And he justifies it. He tells himself he works hard and deserves a reward, leaning super hard into that psychology of short-term gratification. But by doing this, he's trading his long-term future and financial security for an immediate, fleeting dopamine hit. He is prioritizing looking wealthy over actually being wealthy. Section 1, the roadblocks to wealth. To solve our financial problems, we first need to understand the two massive roadblocks holding us back.
So how do we stop playing by default and avoid being like Peter? Let's unpack roadblock number 1, conventional wisdom. We've all grown up hearing phrases like, money doesn't grow on trees, or money is the root of all evil, right? Parents innocently pass down this toxic scarcity mindset to their kids. They teach them to fear money, to treat it like this finite, dangerous thing. But the truth? The world is actually littered with money. Trillions of dollars are exchanging hands constantly. The scarcity isn't in the wealth itself. It's just in the skills required to acquire it.
And then we hit roadblock number 2, your comfort zone and self-esteem. We all know people who are terrified to fail, but it's honestly surprising how many actually lack the self-image to be rich. They are fundamentally afraid of success. Because let's face it, success brings change, responsibility, new expectations. If you don't truly believe deep down that you deserve wealth, you will subconsciously sabotage yourself. You'll miss deadlines, skip investments, or make bad purchases, just so you never have to step out of that familiar, safe comfort zone.
Okay, let's dive into this. Rule number 1. Understand your investments. Working for someone else will never make you rich long-term.
You have to start putting your money to work for you. There are 4 main avenues for this: investing in yourself, in a business, in real estate, or in stocks. Each of these can act as a massive engine for wealth, but there is a strict, absolutely non-negotiable rule you must follow before putting a single dollar into any of these. You must do heavy research or consult professionals who actually have skin in the game. Don't ever just blindly hand your money over, crossing your fingers and hoping for a return.
Out of those 4 categories, let's zero in on the absolute most important one: investing in yourself. Your brain is your ultimate money-making machine. Getting the knowledge necessary to operate effectively in the marketplace, that isn't just a nice-to-have, it is mandatory. If you don't constantly update your knowledge, your industry and your niche will quite literally eat you alive. Just think about how rapidly artificial intelligence is shifting the landscape right now. If you're relying on outdated tech skills and refuse to learn the new tools, the market will simply move on without you.
Let's reframe investing in a business for a second. Think about a car. In order to make it run and actually get you from point A to point B, you gotta put gas in it, right? Well, a business is exactly the same. You can't just set it up and expect it to run on empty. You have to consistently feed money into your business through targeted marketing, deep research, or continuous product development for it to actually grow and move forward. Without that constant fuel, the engine just stalls out.
Rule number 2, the debt weapon. This one is highly controversial because uneducated people completely demonize debt, but the wealthy know it's a powerful tool.
And this brilliantly illustrates the critical difference we need to understand. Bad debt destroys financial lives, like trapping an 18-year-old with massive, unplanned student loans for a degree with absolutely no return on investment. Good debt, on the other hand, is strategically planned. It's like taking out a business loan used strictly to acquire a cash-flowing asset. That asset generates income and eventually pays the debt off for you, leaving you holding the profit.
Rule number 3, the rich mindset. Thinking rich means seeing yourself as wealthy first, acting the part, and building the charismatic confidence required to take risks.
Let's debunk a massive, defensive financial guru myth right here. You see the advice everywhere. Live below your means. And sure, obviously, don't be reckless, but extreme saving, depriving yourself of a Starbucks coffee or a nice dinner out, is not going to magically make you a millionaire. You have to play offense. Focus your energy on gaining new skills to aggressively expand your lifestyle, rather than constantly shrinking your life just to fit a tiny stagnant paycheck.
Rule number 4, develop asset skills. This is the ultimate mechanism for generating wealth from absolutely nothing.
This is how you actually win the game. The definition is incredibly simple. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. It is really that straightforward. Most people, like our friend Peter from earlier, mistakenly buy liabilities the exact second they get paid. They buy depreciating cars, designer clothes, and shiny electronics that constantly drain their bank accounts. Wealthy people, they buy assets first, and then let those assets pay for their liabilities.
And what is the most vital asset of all? Without a doubt, your brain is your biggest asset. It's the supreme tool that requires constant, deliberate development. When you upgrade your brain, you inherently increase your value in the marketplace. A highly developed brain can look at market crashes, economic shifts, or crazy new technologies not as threats, but as massive opportunities to pivot and create new streams of revenue. That adaptability is exactly what generates lasting wealth.
So how do you actually increase that value? By developing high-income skills. These skills allow you to finally stop trading your time working for someone else. You bring massive, undeniable value to the market, and as a result, you make a lot of money. You start generating income independently simply by delivering outstanding results that businesses or individuals desperately need. Whether it's high-ticket sales, copywriting, or specialized coding, these skills detach your earning potential from a standard, limiting hourly wage.
So I'm going to leave you with this provocative question to wrap up our explainer today. What high-income skill are you going to start developing today? It's time to step out of your comfort zone, right now. Stop sitting on the sidelines watching everyone else. Take the rules we just uncovered and start playing the game of money to win.